now unmuted.
Good afternoon. As we continue to implement our emergency response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we want to keep residents informed and ask for their continued help in this community response. As you may know, yesterday, Governor John Bel Edwards announced a statewide stay-at-home order effective tonight at 5 p.m. As St. Tammany Parish President, I reiterate that I fully support the governor's order, and today I have signed and recorded a parish-wide executive stay-at-home order as well for St. Tammany Parish. To update you on the current status of the virus and its effects on our community, as of noon today, St. Tammany Parish had 47 confirmed positive cases. This is up from the confirmed number of 25 on yesterday, Sunday. We are at a critical stage in our response. Our cases are increasing, and we must act now to slow the spread of the disease. I'm asking for maximum compliance from our citizens for the safety, health, and welfare of our citizens. We know residents have concerns about our essential services, and we want to assure you that these essential needs will continue to be met. Parish government is open, and we're able to serve you online, by email, and by telephone. Camp Salmon and Kids Connection Playground remain closed. The St. Tammany Fishing Pier is now closed until further notice. Local Veterans Affairs offices are closed until further notice. However, grocery stores, pharmacies, doctor's offices, and veterinary clinics are open and are available to serve the public. Please call your veterinarian or your doctor to determine their operations and time of service. Our grocery supply chain is intact. We have been in touch with local grocers, and they are continuing to get supplies. However, they are reporting that people are purchasing more than they need, and this can put a strain on the supply chain. Please do not hoard, and please follow CDC guidelines of purchasing 1 week's worth of groceries at a time. This will help our community survive and maintain as we move forward. Banks are available through the drive-through, online, by phone, and some by appointment. Please call your local bank to determine their operations right now. And I've noticed that some banks have extended the hours in their drive-through operations. I know many people are working to get unemployment benefits. If your job was affected by this pandemic, you are encouraged to apply. The Louisiana Workforce Commission is operating from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. They ask that callers be patient as the call volume is very high, and you may find more information at their website, www.laworks.net. I would now like to read some statements from some of our elected officials and other agencies regarding the public health crisis we're now facing. From Senator Sharon Hewitt. Our legislative delegation is working with parish leaders and their colleagues around the state to identify new state legislation that can be introduced when they return to the Capitol on March 31st that will help our citizens and businesses recover from the impact of this pandemic. From Superintendent Trey Fols of the St. Tammany Parish School System. Effective immediately, the school system's grab-and-go meal distribution program will be suspended. The school system is looking at alternative ways to distribute food to families in our community, and state leaders have advised there may be statewide meal distribution possibilities. Superintendent Fols realizes this is an important service for our families in need at this time, but says the safety and health of our St. Tammany students, employees, and community must remain our top priority. Mr. Foltz also sincerely appreciates the school system's food service managers, school administrators, and the PTA and community volunteers who worked last week and today to provide the service to our families. They worked tremendously hard to get the meals out to our families in need during this difficult time. And this could not have been done without the teamwork within our school system. For the most updated information on this and other school system information, please visit the district website at stpsb.org. I have a statement from the Louisiana State Police. In the Louisiana State Police's mission of public safety, we are ready to support as necessary our local and federal partners. The interstates are open. I have a statement from St. Tammany Parish Sheriff Randy Smith, who I met with earlier today. I want to warn our citizens about scams, especially at a time like this. We will have a high patrol visibility in our neighborhoods now more than ever. We will keep our community safe during this crisis. A statement from the State Fire Marshal's office, Chief Butch Browning. The State Fire Marshal's office would like the public to know we continue to review plans for new construction projects and are conducting final inspections on those completed projects. We're doing this daily. However, all annual building inspection schedules have been suspended at this time. I have a statement from Chief Chris Kaufman, St. Tammany Fire Protection District number 1, on behalf of the St. Tammany Parish Fire Chiefs Association, which represents the numerous fire districts across the parish. The St. Tammany Parish Fire Service is doing our part to flatten the curve. We are asking all members of the public to do the same. Police, fire, and EMS agencies are asking the public to be forthcoming when calling 911 to provide accurate information regarding any flu-like symptoms, fever, cough, positive COVID-19 test, or exposure to any persons with suspected of having COVID-19 symptoms. This is to ensure that we're able to utilize the proper personnel, protective equipment, and send the proper resources to treat and or transport patients. We are working hard to maintain our response for the duration of this pandemic. And we continue to respond to all life-threatening emergencies, including medical, fire, rescue, vehicle extrication, and hazardous materials incidents. We are asking the public to only call 911 for true emergencies. Our goal is to continue to take care of the public in their time of need, while also protecting first responders and limiting the spread of the disease to other members of the public. We are still here for you. #TogetherApart. A statement from Chris Massengale, the Chief Executive Officer of St. Tammany Corporation. St. Tammany Corp stands at the ready to support our business and industry partners and the St. Tammany community. As the economic development organization for St. Tammany, we are in constant contact with local, state, and federal officials as we monitor the happenings and impacts of the coronavirus. Last week, we launched the Coronavirus Resource and Information Center on our website. That website is www.sttammanycorp.org. Through this platform, we are sharing the most recent information impacting industry, workforce, and education in St. Tammany. I reached out to Dr. Gina Lagarde, who is the Regional Medical Director and Administrator for the Office of Public Health in the Louisiana Department of Health. She says and emphasizes, staying home saves lives. With the increase in commercial testing and FEMA drive-through testing sites, we are seeing an increase in the number of positive cases. We expect to see these numbers continue to increase. It is important that we all adhere to social distancing and limit gatherings. She also emphasizes community-wide measures are important, but individual behavior change is even more critical. We are asking our residents to do their part to slow the spread of the coronavirus and help keep everyone safe. The single most important thing we can do is to stay home when we're sick. Staying home saves lives. I have a statement from St. Tammany Health System. St. Tammany Health System is providing care to all patients requiring hospitalization. We have capacity in our hospital for patients who need our care, whether it be for the coronavirus or otherwise. The hospital has instituted an outdoor triage to meet Louisiana Department of Health and CDC expectations. Outdoor triage helps decrease the number of individuals entering and leaving the hospital building itself. St. Tammany Hospital Health System is managing supplies to safely care for the patients and its employees. Our materials management team is continuously sourcing supplies from public agencies and private industry. Community businesses such as dentists, construction companies, and others offering assistance with surplus N95 masks, surgical masks, or face shields may call 985-898-4184 to arrange delivery. We thank our federal, state, and local governments for exercising all influence to help us secure appropriate supplies. Continuing from St. Tammany Health System, our lab is coordinating with both Ochsner and LabCorp to improve our access to COVID-19 test results. Ochsner has developed on-site testing, and LabCorp has developed a way to test in sterile saline, not requiring viral test media. These innovations will help to process tests more quickly, enabling faster results in our hospital and drive-through for patients with physician orders and signs or symptoms. Citizens, we are at a critical time in this public health emergency, and we all need to do more to slow the spread so that we can begin to see a flattening of the curve. I want to offer thanks to our dedicated healthcare providers, our first responders, our public servants, and all who are on the front line during this crisis. Now is the time for patience, compassion, and understanding. We continue to take steps and precautions to reduce the impact on our hospitals and clinics and ask you to do the same. Our priority continues to be the health, safety, and welfare of you, our citizens. For questions, you may visit our website, www.stpgov.org. You may call 211 or visit coronavirus.gov. Again, I'm asking all of our St. Tammany residents to be good citizens, cooperate with these orders, and make sure your family does the same. Now I'm going to open the lines for questions.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Mike, Rob Manson, Fox 8. How are you, sir?
Hey, Rob.
How taken aback were you by this doubling almost doubling from Sunday. And is anybody giving you any guidance on how many cases we can expect in St. Tammany Parish?
I'll answer the second question first. I do not know what to expect as far as how high our numbers will go here in St. Tammany. As far as the number almost doubling since yesterday is quite surprising to me. But I think it's because we know that we're still at the beginning of the curve and that more and more testing is being done. More and more people are getting sick and are getting tested. So another reason why we're taking further steps to limit access around our communities, and we're asking people to stay at home if they can, and only allow essential personnel to do their jobs. Thank you, Rob.
Hey, Mike, Sarah Pagan is here.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. I just wondered if you could shed a little bit more light on the decision to stop the grab and go, and if you're concerned that kids are getting hungry in the interim.
Yes, I have the concerns, but I would ask that you refer your question to Superintendent Trey Foltz, who actually I just had a conversation with about 15 to 20 minutes ago. I know that he is very disheartened about it and is working very hard to find alternate plans, and as he expressed, he wants to give full appreciation to particularly the kitchen and the kitchen staff and all those who helped to make this program a success for the last week, but he's looking for alternate plans now.
Mike,
Hey,
do you have
Mike.
any Sorry.
Mike,
Yes.
do you know where the cases are coming from? Are they coming from the cities or from all over the parish?
Well, they're coming from all over the parish. You know, we don't have the high concentration in one area like some of the other larger parishes. We have 8 municipalities, so we have basically 8 concentrated areas, but they're pretty much spread, not necessarily evenly, but they're spread across the parish.
Mike, do you have any?
Go ahead, Sarah.
Mike, I just want to know if you have any indication that we're going to see an upswing in the number of deaths.
Well, we have no deaths reported for St. Tammany Parish, even though there may have had those deaths of residents from other areas, whether it be in Louisiana or Mississippi, are not attributed to deaths of St. Tammany. So we have no deaths associated with St. Tammany at this time, but I have no idea if we can expect any deaths out of those that are currently or in the future positive cases.
Mike, how many testing sites are there in the parish right now, and is that enough?
I know that they're continually looking to increase the number of test sites. I believe there's I'm not sure. I don't have the exact information on that, Rob.
Mike, do you feel that people are cooperating with the stay home from what you can see as far as traffic and other things?
Yes, I do. The stay-at-home order is effective at 5 o'clock today, but even last week, as I indicated, I see people, since school was out, people little by little were taking this seriously and were staying at home and were exercising the precautions that we gave them. However, there were others that may not have been adhering to the precautions. So hopefully now with these orders that it will ask our citizens to take this a little bit more seriously and contribute to flattening the curve much sooner as opposed to contributing to the spread of the virus in our communities.
Mike, does the order prohibit people from going outside to the lakefront or parks?
What the order does is, and I think the governor stated it, that it's not encouraging or discouraging people to ride their bikes, go to the parks, but not in groups, not in large groups, and adhere to the 6-foot social distancing rule. But people are asked not to make unnecessary visits to other family members or friends. But we are not discouraging going to the lakefront or riding your bicycle in your neighborhood or walking through your neighborhood. But it does encourage you to stay at home other than that.
Any thoughts on available hospital beds or respirators? Do you think that's going to be a problem?
I do not know that at this time. I have spoken with hospital officials, but we have not spoken to that effect. There's been no alert or red flag given to me at this time. Any other questions? I know that there may be other people on the line. If you're just there to listen, that's fine. Or if you'd like to make a statement, if you don't have a question, particularly if there's any elected officials that want to make a statement.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Parish President Mike Cooper here at Late 94.7 doing a press conference.
Okay. So
thank you, Mike.
That's what's been going on.
Stand by. I'm going to say a few other closing. I just want to say something about the. Essential businesses. We're getting a lot of questions. We're getting a lot of questions regarding if you qualify as an essential business. There's a document that we'll make available to you on our website that is from the U.S. Office of Homeland Security that more or less outlines what the essential businesses are. If you're in personal contact, that is more or less going to preclude you from being an essential business. But we have many corporate offices, business offices that if you maintain the requirements for large groups and not having more than 10 employees in one room, and if you're providing services that are essential in food, transportation, and many other categories, you are considered essential businesses. It's those businesses that are more personal, where there's personal contact. I want to remind everybody that our grocery stores are still open and our restaurants are still open and operating as long as they're providing drive-through, curbside pickup, and delivery. So those services continue. We just ask that our citizens stay at home. If you have, just stay at home unless there's important business for you to conduct, if you have to go to the doctor or such. We discourage you from unnecessary visits with family members, with friends, with others that can wait until after this pandemic is over. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your patience and understanding during this crucial time. We're here to serve you, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.